Hello everybody, how are you? How is everything in your world? We're here in Cerritos / Artesia / Norwalk, and it gives us an opportunity to do another video on San Diego, our featured destination this week. The text from these videos, which is really the end goal, will appear in a book called Joe Ditzel Has Some Problems in San Diego. And one of the problems I have are the radio stations. When I was there, I found 5 radio stations that I consider the worst in town. For example, number 1, Voices in My Head Radio. This station has a single guy that sits at the desk and never leaves. He never leaves. And the entire programming day is him repeating the voices that he hears in his head. Now you might say, well, there's a slight interest in that in the same way that you might be interested in an oddities. It's an oddity. Okay, I'll give you that, but I'll warn you that your interest in it as an oddity will last probably 7 minutes at the most. And then after that, it's just boring and tedious. And so therefore, it's number 1 on our list. Now, number 2 is Nails in a Coffee Can Radio. This is a station that specializes in people shaking coffee cans full of nails. Now, they did try to broaden their playlist. Last year, they added cans full of pennies. But for the most part, it's still the old standbys of coffee cans full of nails, guys. And again, it's interesting to listen to as an oddity for maybe 5 seconds. And then you go, all right, I'm done. And you'll never listen again for the rest of your life. So avoid that station. Finally, number 3, not finally, but number 3 on our list, 3 out of 5, is the young cats meowing all night in the middle of the night radio. And so what they've done is they have set up microphones throughout the neighborhoods in San Diego, and they allow neighbors and friends and family to let their cats out at night, and when they start squealing and squawking and meowing, meow, meow, then that is broadcast across the city, guys. It's cats meowing in the middle of the night radio. And again, I think that unless you really love cats, and you might love cats and want to hear them, if you don't have one, you might want to listen. But for me, it's a no-go. That's number 3. Number 4 is Tree Branch Breaking in Thunderstorms Radio. Now, this station, again, they have a limited playlist of, they wait for thunderstorms. And of course, in Southern California, there are some, but it's very rare. So a lot of people have accused the station of using imported tree branches breaking during thunderstorm sounds. And they have yet to respond to that pressure from social media, but nonetheless, that's their hook. So if you like the sound of the creaking and crashing of tree branches during a thunderstorm, right after a lightning strike, well then, this is the radio station for you. For me, it's a no. Now, number 5 on the list is the sound of diving boards in the summer when people miss the final step and end up hitting a body part, and then they just cry out in pain, and then the splash of their body as it hits the water and blood fills the water. That is their entire, the sound effects of that is their entire radio station, which they play. So, again, they have been accused, because there's not that many original sound effects of this, they've been accused of creating their own, not only injuring themselves to get the effect, but also faking the effect. So take that for what it's worth. I would say people that are interested in that sound over and over and over again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they probably don't care that it's faked or not. But I can't speak for them, because for me, it's a no-go. And guys, that's 5 radio stations that I consider the worst in the city. Steer clear of those. There's plenty of other sources. Come back for more, guys. We got all kinds of videos on beautiful San Diego, and we'll see you then. Yo!